There was a lot of doubling in this book, and that's even more pronounced in A Norwegian in the Family. For example, there are the two great supervillains, Big Frank and the Norwegian, in this book, and then there are the two great acts of violence. There's the Massapequa massacre, where like 5 people are killed, and then there's the the rape of Cindy McGee. So Tony Delaguardo is someone, though he's a man of principles, which is why he ends up submitting. Someone like Big Frank, when growing in the 1970s, and I think I touch upon this a little bit in this book, they were called new wave gangsters, just like you had new wave films. These were the guys who would openly deal in drugs. The mafia always did. They never didn't do this. That the fact that they didn't deal in narcotics is just a Hollywood creation. In reality, they always did. So I'm playing upon a bit of the movie stuff there as well. Tony Delaguardo is old school. He's someone who'll go down for his boss or whatnot, and he thinks that he's fucked things up because he thinks that he's somehow allowed Dario Sandoval to get away with the murder by screwing this up, because he sets in motion the Massapequa massacre, which ends up killing up a made man in another mafia family, which then he has to give up his life so that there isn't a war between the families. But Big Frank is interesting character too, because he wasn't part of the original book. It was just going to be a generic mob boss who took over from Paulie Maravelli. There's no mention of Big Frank, for example, at Paulie's funeral, which is described in Tumbleweeds. Now, some people, there are other characters that we see in the funeral that I show in another aspect in A Norwegian in the Family, and a lot of people would be like, "Well, how can you do that? How can you sort of revise this?" Well, we do that all the time in real life. So every iteration or every retelling of a story will have different things going on in it. When you have two characters that are talking about the same thing, you're gonna have different interpretations of it. So it's natural to do that.